So we're live, finally. Yikes. I was supposed to be live. K. Nelson Jr. Not only are you a Patreon member, not only are you a constant emailer and backer of the channel, now everybody, K. Nelson Jr. is also an anti-Karen soldier. We need some music for this. It's celebration time. Come on. Come on. We need some good music for this. What do I have? What do I have? Let's hit him with man, I this thing is just all messed up. Here is my songs. Okay, let's see. Let's hit him with some of this. Oh man. I don't have no good stuff here. Oh well. We'll do this. A little celebration. Who's on with me? I know we're live. I'm trying to get it situated. Yes, that's what we need. That's what we need. We're on. Darla, you made it. People, I'm here. I've made it. Darla has made it. Gonna jam out to this music for a second. Ooh. Thank you, D. Thank you, D. This is made by yours truly. You guys know most of everything you hear is made by me in this studio right here. That's that old school hip hop for you. I wanted to say a big shout out to K. Nelson Jr., who's not only a Patreon member, not only a constant emailer, provider of the shows, he just became an anti-Karen soldier. Ooh! It's a good day. Annabelle Taylor's here. It's a good day. Turn the music up. Yeah. It's a good day, people. It's a darn good day. K. Nelson Jr. just became an anti-Karen soldier. Darla's here to say hi, one of my favorite people on earth. Annabelle Taylor is here, another one of my favorite people on earth. Thank you guys for joining me. And you know what today is going to be about. The mere fact that you're here, there's a high likelihood that you saw, that you were witness to the probably my first and only, what do we call it? Karen show. Let's get jiggy with it. Matter of fact, we're just going to get jiggy with it. We're just going to get jiggy with it. That's all. Let's see what else we have. I know I got some more good jiggy songs. Let's see. I know a good one. Hold on. I know some. What's this one? This is some more old school. We just doing old school hip hop today because woo, it's almost like Wu-Tang. It's a theme though. We're doing old school hip hop simply because what we're talking about today, people, you guys saw the Karens. More than likely, if you're here, it's because you saw for the first time in my history as a YouTuber, I did an entire Karen show without any commentary because I wanted to save it for the live. Thank you, Annabelle. Thank you, Miss Taylor. Yeah, I love this one too. This is the old school one, man. I haven't made beats in a long time. You guys have taken up all my time, okay? Ever since, mostly what I'm doing here is recording other artists in the studio. That's where I'm making any money I make when I'm not teaching. I haven't actually sat down and made a beat or created songs like I used to because I'm here. I know it doesn't seem like it. I've only gone to like one Karen a week. I'm sorry, but you know what I'm doing. I've got Political Drain going, building that team. Got the MC's channel, doing documentaries all around the world. England, Australia, Africa. But I can't forget what made me. Can't forget what brought me here, and that's you guys and these Karen videos. You saw what it was. The first time I think I can remember that I actually did a Karen video without commentary because I wanted to save it for here. I'm gonna put on one more maybe little background song that I like. And we'll keep it more light. We'll keep it light. What do you say, guys? We'll keep it light. I like this one. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So, thank you all for coming. I wanted to react live to these Karens. And there's a reason why we were going to that old school hip hop. Because the very last Karen, yes, the one from Hawaii, I know you guys know what I'm talking about. In hip hop, there's a saying. It's called, there's no future in your frontin'. Okay? There's no future in your frontin'. What this means is, despite how much you yell and you're rah-rah, no matter how much you portray confidence and decency, if it's a lie, if it's not real, there's no future in it. It will get found out. It will get called out. And it can't last forever. There's no future in your frontin'. And that's what happens on the last one. This school director, this teacher, all she's doing is fronting. I've thought about it and I've thought about it. I've discussed it with Darla and a few others. And the more I think about it, the more I find that she's just fronting. She's just fronting. And we'll get to that last. Let's talk about the absolute crazy and ridiculous Karen that comes first. This one comes from the UK somewhere. All right. It's been a while since we had a good UK Karen. Excuse me. That was a weird sneeze. It's been a while since we had a good UK Karen And this one definitely gave us what we were looking for. Now turn this down. Maybe we'll turn the music down. As we calm down. All right. People, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for coming. If you're just rolling in, if you're just strolling in off of Patreon, I put this link in the Patreon place. The place where I do my creations on Patreon, so you should see it there. I also sent everyone an email, or at least you should have gotten an email. It's also for any other members that may have seen it. Some local Karens. Annabelle, wait a minute. I didn't know you were... Maybe I did know. I apologize if I did know. You're in the UK? Where about in the UK are you from, Annabelle? That's what I'd like to know. You see, the thing is, I used to do a lot more of the worldwide Karens. But that takes so long. It's so much research that you have to do. I got to put on a different VPN so it thinks that I'm in a different place and other stuff starts to come up. Or else I really got to search for them. But they're out there. It used to be a time when people would say, oh my God, America. I could never go to America. What are you guys doing out there? And I would have to remind them constantly. We've got Indian Karens. We've got Karens from Germany. They're crazy over there with the Karenism. It's a whole different type of Karenism. I'm talking about like anti-children Karenism, which we have here too. I've got Aussie Karens near Cambridgeshire. You guys would say Cambridgeshire, and it's spelled Shire, but it's Cambridgeshire. And if I'm saying it right, that's what's up. If I'm not, I apologize. No disrespect. Only thing I know, only accent I've ever tried to imitate was the ones on Top Gear. And I have a feeling those have gone out of flavor. But we're here to react to these Karens in real time because that's what I figured would be better for these ones. We're going to go straight to the first one, guys. That's the beat I was looking for. Ever since I got this new computer, I can't find anything, guys. I've got a new computer. It's faster. It does everything that I need faster. But unfortunately, like I told you, I haven't made beats and been in the music world except for literally recording other people's music when they come to the studio as an engineer. So all the cool things that I had at my fingertips ready, I don't have them anymore. I'm still importing from hard drives and these 2 other computers I have sitting up here waiting on me. So I can't pull out that cool music like I used to. Thank you, Annabelle. I was hoping I pronounced it right. Here we go, guys. This is the one.
You don't want to.
No problem.
You don't want to.
No problem.
Okay. You think, oh, I'm going to get arrested again. I've been given arrested 100 times.
Good and decent people of YouTube. I'm gonna pass forward me. What gets me, people, since it's live and I can just rewind and go back, if you don't mind, what gets me is the nonchalance with which this Karen is throwing items. You see, it's not even like out of anger. Listen, I've been angry. You've been angry. Let's not front. There's no future in your fronting. That is the story of the day. That's the theme. I'm not going to front. I've been angry. I've punched a wall or two. I've done aggressive things that were unnecessary, out of bounds, ridiculous. I'm ashamed of them at times. But there's no anger here. At least it's less anger and just more entitlement. It's more entitlement. Her face, her gestures, it's not anger, it's not yelling, it's not in a rage that she's throwing things. It's in straight what do you call that? Defiance of rules or regulations. How dare you not do what I say? As a matter of fact, I'm picking this up and I'm throwing it. Ha! There. She's not mad. She's not mad. She's proving a point. I can do this to you. I'm entitled to this. Watch me do this. That's it. I'm not mad. I want you to do what I want you to do. Watch me do it. It's like driving Miss Daisy is what's happening here. In all regal poshness, if I can. Miss Cambridgeshire. She's in regal poshness right now, just showing what I can do.
Okay, you think, oh, you're gonna get arrested again? I didn't give I've been arrested 100 times.
Good and decent people and then she says, I don't care because I've been arrested 100 times. I mean, good on you, mate.
Security, please,
No
stop!
problem.
Stop recording me, I'm scared.
No problem.
Stop recording me, I'm scared.
No.
There it is. You heard it for yourself, YouTube. Stop recording me, I'm scared. Of course, this is meant facetiously. This isn't the same thing as an Emmett Till. I know. This isn't the same thing as Central Park Karen calling the police on a black guy while saying she's scared the dog is gonna bite me or whatever it is. He's coming. The black man's coming after me. That's not it. What it is, though, is the frivolity. Right? The frivolousness that she's using. Stop recording me, I'm scared. It's a joke. It's a joke. If she wasn't throwing things, she would have used it any other way she wanted to. But she realizes the joke in it. The joke is, stop recording me, I'm scared. How about that? I'm scared. How about that? Everything about her is annoying. Her frivolous attitude is one of entitlement, one of deeply ingrained entitlement. I have a feeling she's young, so she has a little bit of that angst still in there. A little bit of that I can do what I want to do. She's lacking spankings. She's talked about she's been arrested hundreds of times. She enjoys it. But they don't... I'll get back to that. You say you've been arrested hundreds of times. I want you guys to tell me what you see wrong with this picture.
I'm scared, stop.
No problem.
Hello? We're calling the police if you not stop.
Okay, well, please.
We're a minute and 16 in. We're at least 50 to 100 items broken, thrown. And this man says, I'm calling the police if you don't stop. Darla Mar, I want to go to my panel. Panel, Annabelle, Darla, Kay, where are you? Kay Nelson, where are you? The brand new anti-Karen soldier. At what point do you think you would have been arrested? At what point would the police have already been come through? At what point do you think me, personally, would have been warned about the police being called? Annabelle, you hit it on the head. This is the calculated temper tantrum of someone who has never been parented properly. She knows all her rights, but has no social consciousness. Period. Period. And this is definitely a young thing that I see. Older people do it too. I'm not going to just put it on that. But Darla, you have it right. At the first throw, the minute I picked something up and threw it, that wasn't mine, that was the property of a store owner, for whatever the reason I thought was important enough. Nobody would have come to me and said, hey, by the way, I'm going to call the police. The police would have been called, and whilst on the phone, they would say, the police are coming, you better get out of here. I've seen it. But when you're young, blonde, kind of a young, pretty face there, everyone's looking in astonishment because to them, they're like, I'm not seeing what I'm seeing. They're stuck. They're stuck. This is why Karen is Karen. She will be the same way at 50 as she is now at 20-something. Because up until she turns 50, absolutely nobody will say anything to her until it's too late. How long did it take for this, not for the police to come? Darla, Annabelle, not for the police to come. We're not saying how long it took for the police to come. How long did it take for someone to warn that they may or might call the police if this continues? Let's count. Let's count the number of things that have been broken.
No problem. You don't want to.
1,
No problem.
2,
Okay.
3.
Get arrested again. I didn't get arrested 100 times.
4. I've been arrested 100 times. YouTube. I'm going to let this.
No problem.
Security. Please.
5,
No
Stop.
problem.
6
Stop
things
recording me. I'm
broken.
scared.
No problem.
Not to mention all the other things that you see on the floor spread, because this has been going on.
Recording me. I'm
No
scared.
problem, no problem.
I'm scared.
Look at that
Stop.
store. Look at
No
that
problem.
store.
Okay, well, please.
We're looking at this Karen. She is just being, look at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, destroying the store. Destroying the store. And a minute and 30 seconds in, somebody finally says to her, I'm going to call the police if you don't stop. How long do you think it would have taken for you to get a spanking if you started doing that?
1 hour.
1 hour or one thing broken?
One thing broken.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Because you have discipline. She does not. This is what happens. This is what happens. Have you ever seen anything like this?
The only thing I've seen was something close to that, but where they just like kicked him, like where they did the same thing, and they just said, "You fired," and then they called the police, then kicked it right out.
Listen, my friend,
They
high
kicked him
five.
right out.
You would never do that. You know why?
Why?
Because you have discipline and you're a good person. You're a decent person and you're a leader. That's right.
Why does she have decency?
Why is she indecent? Good question. YouTube. Why is she indecent? Let's see if YouTube finds out. Let's see what they say. And then you can go upstairs. Darla Mar. See, that's Darla there. That's Annabelle. I think Kay left us, but we got 2 people here. Could you answer? Can you answer? Why is she indecent, Darla? Say it again. Ask him again.
Why is she indecent, Darla?
Let's see what they say. Let's see. They're coming. It's a little bit of a time delay, but somebody's gonna type it. Somebody's gonna type it. I see it. I see it. I see it. Okay. He said this. She has ruined the shop for the local community. And she said, what a fine young man you are. The reason why she's indecent is because she's gotten away with it for so long. Because no one ever told her it was wrong. No one gave her a spanking. Ever. So she doesn't know that it's wrong. So she just goes around and throws things. Can you believe that? That's it, man. That's it. All right, go upstairs, go change. I'll see you soon.
No, I left. My mom has left me.
She left you?
No,
She let you stay in that clothes?
yeah. Okay, I'm going to the girl's house.
Oh, all right. Have fun. I'll see you in a minute. Out of the mouth of babes, people.
Don't spit in your face. Don't spit in your face, you stupid.
Do you want me to spit in your face? Do you want me? And she's yelling racist epithets at the same time, in case you didn't know.
Go ahead. Keep going. We're all getting recorded. You can wait till police come. Beg one second. Pray that.
Look at the casualness.
You ain't getting my money back, you stupid.
This
Oh,
way.
there it is again. Another racial epithet.
Come back. Come back.
See how you like
You
it.
can come back. It's okay.
All of this, people, is because she didn't get a refund. And what's really funny is that the people behind the counter are saying, you can come back. You're going to come back. Obviously, she's been there many times. You're going to come back. But this level of entitlement only comes from one thing. You said it best, Darla. You said it best, Annabelle. She has never, ever faced a consequence that meant anything. I've been arrested many times. Well, you were bailed out too early. None of it means anything. The fact that, look at that store. Look at that store. Are you kidding me? Look at the store. Annabelle Taylor says the police in the UK currently are not prioritizing shop crimes. Sad but true. Really? I wonder why not. Let us know while we watch this.
It's okay. I'll see you every day. No problem.
No. There were way too many skips. This is going on for a lot longer. Look at what the man says as he coddles this ghostly witch. Oh no, calm down. I see you in your Pippi Longstocking shoes, and I see you in your overpriced jacket. Just calm down, little lady. All of these cuts, we didn't see the police walk in. When did she move to that side? They had to cut this so that it could be watchable. She's been in there long enough to destroy somebody's entire livelihood and hopes that their insurance pays for it. And in return, she got people of all colors. And I'm going to say this now. I'm going to say this, and I believe you have to understand where I'm coming from. Because she's young, pretty, and white, or deemed to be pretty, to me, she looks like a raccoon. But I understand that the world's vision is different. Even the other people who looked maybe West Indian or East Indian look to her and say, maybe we'll call the police. And if it was me or a black lady with knotty hair who looked a little disheveled, or a white person who looked a little bit poorer. How about that? We'll stick it away from race and let's go class. If she didn't have that jacket and well-combed hair, but she was wearing something that was a little bit dirtier, we teach entitlement. We give preference because of whatever it is we've been taught. And our job is to unlearn that teaching, people. That's the facts. It's our job to unlearn that teaching as quickly as possible. All right? As quickly as possible.
I asked my money back on the phone, which I got 2 months ago.
She wants a refund for whatever reason.
I cannot believe she just did this. I have no idea.
Now, as a musician, you know that hurt my heart. I have a keyboard there, my main keyboard here that I used to make beats with, and a piano on the other side. Watching that hurt my heart. It feels worse because it was the guy's keyboard. I mean, the disrespect of taking something of anybody's hands and throwing it to the ground is bad enough, but a musical instrument is sacred. What's worse is his entire reason for being there in that moment is not to get money and tips. He thinks that it is, maybe. But his entire reason for being there, like I teach all of my students, is to bring joy to the world. When you play in music, you don't just play music for yourself. We don't feel right as musicians unless we can show someone the music, unless we have a listener. It's how we're built. It's what music is made for. Music has no purpose other than for communication. Like words, talking to yourself is crazy. It only has purpose when someone else is there to hear it. That's it. Your job as a musician is to bring joy, and some people bring hate or pain through their music, but his job right there is to bring a little joy to the world. And this is how an animal reacts. Music soothes the savage beast? I think not. Huh? This recalcitrant, unloved, indecent biped here can't stand the happiness that's being given to everybody freely. And some even give a tip if they want. It hurts her so much to see others happy, doing what they want, doing what they love, enjoying life and music. Her spirit is black. Her heart is dark. She's recalcitrant. She hates all things that everyone else finds to be decent and normal. She has a hatred for herself at some point. Somewhere, seeing others happy makes her unhappy because it reminds her of her unhappiness. That's what's happening.
You know why she would do this?
That's why.
Enough evidence to identify her. She has these tattoos on her leg here. Again, I only play to put a smile on people's faces, and stuff like this makes me not want to play anymore. Also, this is her friends that she was with.
And then she stole the tips. Now, I've heard of teenage pranks. I've done teenage pranks. I've thrown eggs on Halloween. There's a certain type of person who thinks destruction of someone's property while they're playing it and stealing their money is funny or fun. And that person has a horrible home life. That person has a horrible instinct, is missing something in the brain, or is neglected and raised by the wolves around her.
Bro, there's actually no way, girl. No way. Yeah, that's fucked up. I'm gonna shoot his thing.
I'll stop it here because that's harsh. It's hard for me to watch. And I'm going to read what Annabelle says. Seeing your interaction with your son tonight has made me feel more positive about the future. It all starts in the home. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. That feels good. It's humbling to hear you say that. I really appreciate that. Why are some people so mean, says Darlamar, and I just explained it. You'll never see a happy person mean. You've seen people who seem to get joy out of meanness, but they're not happy. They're not joyful. They are happy when they're mean to other people because that's the only time they're not mean to themselves. That's why. Her home life sucks. She's neglected. Teenagers don't need any reason to be full of angst. All right? That's just honest. We have hormones and emotions going on at that age. But the type of person who cries in their bedroom or who's depressed or who finds relief in music as a teenager or who finds someone to bully and then hates themselves afterwards is different from the person who does this, who's actively searching to hurt someone else because she's raised by wolves. That's why. She's raised by wolves. That's why. That's it. And one thing about Joy is, even after all of that, look at the smiles on the people's face who were just accosted. That's the difference. One person had nothing being done to them, and couldn't take others' happiness. It's a very big Karen trait. But she was just also a criminal. There's a difference between a Karen and a criminal. Stealing the money at the end of it showed me, what she's really about. One person is neglected, the other is raised by wolves. It's two different things.
So then on the webinar,
and here we are. No future in your front, people.
To get permission, but you guys didn't want to call
Our
the district.
family permits the lays.
I
We
understand that
gift
it's
the
Hawaiian
lays.
tradition to celebrate after the ceremony.
No,
when
are you
No,
Hawaiian?
during the
You're not.
ceremony, all of us walked across
How
with
many
lays.
Hawaiians do you have in your family?
It takes us years to get these lays.
This is where there was a big discussion. All right, guys? Annabelle, you're leaving? All right. I'll see you later, Annabelle. So it's just me and you, Darla. We got to talk about this. The more I thought about it. Listen to what this woman says first.
Okay, so then on the webinar,
It doesn't matter.
we made it very clear
So
that
we
they
went
were
to
not
the
permitted.
district to get permission, but you guys didn't want to call
Our
the district.
family permits.
We went to the district to get permission. That's the part I missed, Darla. That's the part I missed. We went to the district to get permission. You, on the other hand, miss I'm in control with my stupid hat on. You will not call the district.
The lays.
I
We
understand that
gift
it's
the
Hawaiian
lays.
tradition to celebrate after the ceremony.
No.
I understand it's Hawaiian tradition to celebrate after the ceremony. You understand that? Or are you going to listen to the Hawaiian people in front of you telling you what it is? Number two,
Are you
No,
Hawaiian?
during the
You're not.
ceremony, all of us walked across
How
with
many
leis.
Hawaiians do you have in your family?
It takes us years to get these leis.
there it is, darling. It's not somebody showed up out of disrespect or disregard for rules and regulations. These are people who have a tradition that they've done many times before, but were so interested and it meant so much to them that they went to the authorities first. But because you're in charge, it means more to you to stop these people in their joy.
I want to hear sorry. I want my daughter to be on that field walking with her traditional garb like every one of my other family members in the past have graduated. That's what I want
We have other
because she
students that
deserved it.
asked. We have other students
It's-
that, and they were all.
Did they go to the district and ask for permission?
Well, he asked. He got to wear it when he graduated. He asked. He got to wear it when he graduated.
Every one of my
So,
my
I don't
last
get it.
child.
You don't have my permission to videotape me, so please stop.
Public school, it doesn't matter.
But
Yeah, that's what's happening right now. What's happening is you're embarrassed and you can't give up your power. You can't give up your power. It would be so easy to say, even if you're right, in frustration, and you say, I'm not dealing with this, I'll talk to the principal about it tomorrow, or whatever it is you feel you have to do over a lay. But what happened is you called the police because you felt your power being taken away from you. You didn't want to go through the extra hoops of finding out if they really spoke to the other person. Everything about it is wrong, girl. I just heard it like you just did. I saw you just wrote that.
I am saying
No, you don't
have
just-
permission.
Okay, I won't videotape you. I'll videotape
It
her.
doesn't need permission.
But we'll hear you.
Okay, so the ceremony.
As
is
this young
going-
lady cries
needing
I know
to
the
know what
ceremony
the
is
into her
What's
lays.
the decision?
Do you want to walk down there with your leis? You're going to walk.
I see people wearing their cultural banners and just like her whole.
I mean, you might as well tell Christian people not to wear a cross in the graduation.
It's just the simple flower lei and
I
our
know
flag.
what you're saying, and it's a different principle from when
It's not a
you guys
principle.
when you guys.
This is a
graduated.
lifestyle. This is my culture.
None of the
This
schools
is
in the
discrimination
district-
against my culture. I don't care what the other school is. This is this school. This is this district. It's not. I don't care. Policy isn't law. Policy isn't right.
I had
This
Dr.
is a cultural. This is
I
a
had Dr.
cultural
Cook
thing.
on my side when I graduated last year, and he
Folks,
allowed me.
we're running out of time. Like I said, we need a decision first.
Do you want to walk with your leis? He wants to walk with his legs.
Dr. Cook was on his side. And here's the big part before we leave, Darla.
I mean, they're going to start calling names in about 6 minutes. So.
I'm going to start calling names about 6 minutes, and you guys need to figure out what you're going to do. You saw this already. It's just me and you, Deez. Me and you here. Before I leave, police are called over this. What I found out in the interim, my dear, is right now in Hawaii, there is a brand new push, just like in a lot of red states, to get rid of the history of the original people there. Just like in the red states, to get rid of the books about things that are too black or too gay, too Hawaiian, too flowery. That's why last year, the Dr. Cook stood with Homie here. Now, all of this doesn't need to be known. As we saw, you could see that she's wrong, period. But what I found out from talking to people is that in Hawaii right now, school districts, libraries, places where white people have kind of taken and gentrified the area, they are cracking down on the history of the people there. And in that context, this is more than just bad, it's abhorrent. And I see it now. I see why the guy said Dr. Cook was with me last year, because they saw this coming. And I see why their family has been doing it for so long, because this is a traditional thing that people do when they graduate in this area. There was a time I went to a school called Martin Luther King Jr. Preparatory School. Martin Luther King Jr. Preparatory School. It was a long time ago. Elementary school? Preparatory school? I don't remember. And there was basically a tradition of whenever you graduated there to go to high school, you graduated 8th grade, they had these colorful things. Everybody wore it. White, black, doesn't matter. Everybody wore it because the school itself was a experimental. Martin Luther King Jr. Experimental Preparatory School. It was about teaching the culture of everybody. And so we had really colorful garbs to graduate. And the minute that we had a new school superintendent that decided it was just too cultural, it was just too unlike him, it was just too not what he wanted, rules started to go up, minds started to change, and if you go to that school right now, it's just like every other degraded, disgusting school in Chicago full of black people who hate themselves and white people who are there because they can't afford to leave. When you change the culture of a place, that's the consequence. And I'll leave you guys with that. It's very important when this goes up that you remember what I'm telling you. When you change the culture of a place on purpose to fit your needs, the results are always bad for both people. And with that, my friends, I'm out of here. Wait a minute, let's finish this.
Do the right thing. Let her walk down there.
Sir, we're past that point.
We're not past that point. Go down there with your lace.
No.
Go down there with your lace. Let them tackle you. See what happens. Go down there with your lace.
I wouldn't go that far, Dad.
No, I am level-headed. Go with your lace.
Yeah. And that's it, man. Listen, Darla, thank you for sticking with me. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Yeah, it is truly sad. But you know what's happy? What makes me happy is to know that we have anti-Karen soldiers here, lieutenants, that you're one of them, that we're getting new ones every day, and that we're here to call out the foolishness. Sometimes, most of the time, what I do is to provide a laugh, but there's an underneath thread. There's a underlying thread, and you know it. We call out this foolishness because it changes people. We can't be scared. We've got to be strong. We've got to be educated. We've got to be able to debate each other and find out where the truth is. Speaking of that, I'll be doing next week Blind Spots and Shots, where I apologize to you guys, where I was wrong, where I find in debate that someone has taught me something. We're getting back to it. That's on Patreon. Normally, I will for sure, Darla. I'm going to give him a hug. I will give him a hug. But I'm also, next week, Blind Spots and Shots, where I show my blind spots. It's not hard to do. It's easy to apologize if you're used to it. And so I want to do that next week and give the example. So I don't just judge people. I judge myself as harshly and find no problem in apologizing and seeing where I was wrong. I'll see you guys next week, next Tuesday. The next Karen show will be up. Next Thursday, Blind Spots and Shots for Patreon members only. Join up. Have a good one.